Hello and good morning. This is Ahura with another daily outlook video day trading tips. Let's go and see what happened yesterday, what is going on in the market, and what we have to expect from financial market since already we have the FOMC meetings, uh, announcement and Federal Reserve Fitcher Powell speech, and we know already what happened. So let's go one by one as we talked day before about the possibility, the different scenarios. We talked that there are three different scenarios. The first scenario is more hawkish with ending faster the bond purchasing program before March and start increasing right after that, which didn't happen. The third scenario was to do not change anything, to hold the situation, hold all everything, but saying that for increasing the rates, we need the time, we need to wait a little bit, and then in the next meeting to decide about that. This one also didn't happen. And the second scenario, which I told there are the more possibility in the market more than 70% of the markets they are pricing on that. That happened. And what was that? Ending the loan purchasing program at the same plan of December meeting, the same at the same plan that this in the December meeting they decided, and starting to increasing the rates and in March. Uh, that's increased the market risk, but at the same time, what was important here that the Fed talked about that. It was a little bit more than the second scenario because Fetcher Powell in his speeches several times told that the supply chain shortages and the supply chain damage that we had, it's not something that we can have it solved faster. Therefore, we can have it at the end of 2022 and beginning of 2022. At the maybe it ends, it continue to even to see that till end of 2022, and it's not something that we can see that fixed so fast. That was one of the reasons that market was a little bit more caution and more scared than what should supposed to be scared in a second scenario. At the same time, it confirmed that the inflation will be a little bit higher. And if I knew that in September last year, I would say the difference. I would have a different outlook for the inflation. Anyway, that was what happened. That was what happened and what we were waiting to see for, and what we were waiting to see for. And let's go and see now with this scenario what is going on in the markets and what's our expectation. First, we are starting from the market risk. As you know, as you see here, VIX is increasing in 30 minutes chart. US VIX and the market risk is increasing. Currently, it's at 20. Its volatility index is moves above 29, and in all main charts, including the daily H4 and 1 hour chart, it is in an uptrend. It means that we can still see the market risk is a little bit more to increase. At the same time, we shouldn't forget about the risks over the Ukrainian border with the Russian. United States informed earlier today that they already answered they said that written answer to the Russian concerns. We know that the Russians they asked the NATO, sorry, they asked the NATO to answer their concerns written in a written model, and they confirmed that they are not going to accept the Ukraine in the NATO. Never, not just for a short term. Never, they are not. Totally, this case is going to be out of the table. We don't know the answer of the United States, but we know that they answered already. US told that we didn't back up from our, we didn't take a back step from our ideologies, from our system or our plan, but at the same time, we gave a better ideas, we gave a better choices to the Russia. So let's see what will be the Russia reaction. However, we shouldn't forget about that. So the market risk is still increasing, and we can see the market risk increasing. At the same time, a little bit more than hawkish expected policies from the Federal Reserve, with the saying that we even can increase the rates every meeting, but we need to do it meeting by meeting and decide that the meeting by meeting from the earlier. So therefore, and talking about the balance sheet, in a possible meetings, in a possible policies, we talked about the one surprise. When we were talking about the possibility of the policies here, we were talking about the one surprise, and it is the balance sheet. The balance sheet, a Fed balance sheet, is something that we need to be careful about that, and we need to know exactly what is the Federal Reserve policy for that. We know that the Fed chair in his hearing told that the $9 trillion Fed debt is not what it's supposed to be. Therefore, it is a little bit the concern, and Fed chair last night at the time of question and answering QA season told that it is the concern, and we're gonna have a plan soon for that. We're gonna have this decreasing. So it is a little bit was it was a little bit more hawkish than expected. Therefore, it increased the US dollar, but it is not the something. But since the market has been pricing on that, I mean, the market participant, they knew that the Fed is going to do that more than 70, more than even almost 80% of the market, they were pricing on more hawkish policies. Therefore, it is kind of was priced in. Therefore, we cannot say that okay, you know what, it is going to be long. So the uptrend in the federal uptrend in the US dollar cannot go so far from here. It will be around same level, but it will stay in a slow uptrend from here. Therefore, on the gold side, since the US dollar increased sharply, we could see the gold under pressure since it is trading against US dollar. But at the same time, as we told, market risk is increasing and the US dollar is expected to be a little bit softer. Therefore, the gold can increase from here, can regain from here and start increasing. Especially, you know what? You look at the daily chart, it is in a very strong support level, and it couldn't breach this strong support level around 1800, about 1810. 1810 is a very, very, very strong support right now at the moment, and holding this support can help the gold technically also to increase more. But from the fundamental perspective, we can say the gold will be supported. Uh, same thing gonna happen. Same thing for the gold. Same thing that we had expecting from the gold. We are expecting from the gold. We are expecting from silver as well. The silver also has a very strong support at 22.80. Before we talked about that, $22.80 is somewhere around here. Uh, yeah, somewhere around here. There is a very strong support 2280. Just check it to 2280. It's very strong support. And before also several times, before I look at here, it was the level that several times we talked. The silver has been challenging that level. Therefore, it's very strong level. As long as the silver holding this level, we can see silver in still in an uptrend for a longer time. About the oil is under pressure as the stock since the stock market were under pressure, but increasing risk in the market, especially in the border of the Ukraine and Russia, increasing the demand in the next month as the market demand is expected to be increased will put the oil again in an uptrend. So the oil will be in a better position to buy. Will be a little bit good, but we still will hold still its uptrend. Last night also again it could touch the multi-year high. At the same time, yesterday we had EIA weekly reports as well, and we saw that the crude oil in the official reports, crude oil inventories increased 2.37 million barrels in a week in the last week. But it was much more than expected that increasing the inventory levels. But since the inventory level increased, we could see this after the report. We could see a little bit downtrend here that happened. It was the reaction of the market reaction to the increasing the inventory levels in the United States. But still, since the market risk is high, and the market risk for the oil, especially in that part of the world, is high, and we are still expecting for more consumer expectations, consumer demand, consumer sell, consumer buy. Therefore, the oil will be still supported. But the natural gas. If you remember more, we were talking Monday and Tuesday. We were talking about the natural gas. I told that the natural gas going to be about $4 soon because the tensions that we have, the concerns that we have in the border of the Russian and Ukrainian, it's one of the main reasons with the cold winter that we have to see the gas in higher levels. And this is what is happening in the natural gas still in a clear uptrend, and it is going to increase even more. We have very strong support at $3.70, I think. Somewhere here, $3, yeah, $3.70. Let's go to the daily chart. Oops, a little bit even down. We have the strong supports. Yeah, the strong support sits at $3.63, $3.60, $3.60, $3.60. $3.60 is very strong support, and gas will be in a clear uptrend as long as it is trading above $3.6. About the stock markets, uh, so the third scenario, what was the third scenario and reaction to the market? Side movement, side movement will be under pressure and slowly start to upturn. This is what is the still expectations. So what we were expecting from the market, this is what happens. So we are not surprised in the market. The market participants, they are not surprised. They already priced in that. So therefore, there is no reason to see the panic in the market to see the price to go much more lower. So therefore, the side movement and a little bit still starting to slow upturn is the expectations, especially from the second part of the February. Same thing for the Nasdaq. This is the same thing for the Nasdaq. We're expecting to see around 14K for the little bit longer period, and then we can see the slowly increasing. I don't see that too much reason to see that. Okay, you know what? It is going to fall. The market, this the market volume and this 20 daily moving average. You can see that again they are trying to be balanced. Same thing is happening in SP 500 chart. They are trying to be balanced here. Therefore, it can gain support. Same almost thing happening in the Dow Jones. Look at here. The Dow Jones also holding its very strong support at above 3,300 and above that. Therefore, same thing that with the same scenario that we had from Federal Reserve, it is going to happen. We shouldn't forget about that earnings. While we had all this data from Federal Reserve, Tesla was much better than expectations. 2.54 cent EPS comparing to 2.25. And like revenue also increased. Same thing happening in Intel. Same thing happening in AT&T. Just the Boeing was uh, disappointing, which was expected actually because that lower stops before that. So that therefore the Boeing was expected to be fall down. Yeah, the Boeing was minus 7.7 minus $7.69 or $7.70 EPS. That was the only uh, kind of disappointment in the market that last night we had. Otherwise, all others they were much better than expected. Therefore, the market is good. Market is feeling good, and we can see numbers in a much higher levels as well. About the cryptocurrencies market. Last night I published an article about the dead cat bonus. I hope you read that dead cat bonus in cryptocurrency chart in a daily hour in a daily chart. You could see that we are the previous one suppose as previous one confirmed that it is in a dead cat. It was a dead cat bonus, and we fell much more. This fall and correction also telling us that as long as we are trading under 40K, the 40K is the cap. As long as we are trading under 40K, we can see again in another. Let's go just like, oops. We have to compare it with we have to compare it with this level. Let's move. As long as it is trading under 40K. Okay. So let's go here. It's somewhere here. there in a daily chart also it is the 14 moving average, and it's 38.2% of Fibonacci, which is supposed to be the return maximum increase, maximum bonus after this fall. So therefore, as long as we're trading under 40K, Bitcoin is in a clear downtrend. About the Ethereum also is the same scenario for the Ethereum. We have an Ethereum trading as long as it's trading under 2,400, it's in a very clear downtrend. 2,300. Ripple the same. Ripple we don't say we don't see that any exact reasons to say that okay what's that based on that reasons the cryptocurrencies. Sorry, my bird, my Dutch bird is here, is playing here. I'm looking at time to see what he's doing. Okay, just don't touch me. Come on, baby. Come on. Okay, you don't want to come. You want to sit there. Okay. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we don't see any reasons to in the market right now to say that okay, you know what, based on this, and based on this, we can see the market in uptrend. About the currencies, as the dollar is increasing, yes, we talked about that very repeatedly. We told that I told you that the US dollar against euro and against others will be in a demand, so therefore euro USD is a downtrend, GBP USD is in a downtrend, and USD JPY is an uptrend. So this is what we were expecting, and this is what was kind of clear in the past days. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you had any questions, please, and if you have any idea, if you have any comment, please write under the video. I will be right there for you, and let me know about the markets, what you want me to cover more and what you want to cover less. Hope it was useful for you, and see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, bye bye.